One of the things that content creators are slacking on, and this is self-included, is probably audio podcasting. It's one of those things that I'm just now realizing, believe it or not, the more serious I get about what it is that I'm doing with my own company at Earl Hall Studio, in particular with my podcast, video podcast, the Earl Hall Show, I'm seeing how vitally important audio podcasting can actually be. I got started so many years ago, almost 2 decades at this point, just with content creation. And the thing about it is, it has never seemed something that was daunting or overwhelming to me. It has literally been something that I've been fascinated with and doing. Now, I talk to so many different entrepreneurs that I consult with, and we talk about content creation, and I see a trend in people just kind of being almost afraid to actually dive in and do it. So I want to give you some tips here. And also I want to show you the way that I'm actually doing audio podcasting. And through a series of different videos, I'll probably show you the full accounting of how I actually accomplish all of the things that I'm able to do now. Audio podcasting is really good from a standpoint. If you're doing video, you already have the audio portion of it. But even if you don't do video, using audio is going to be a great way for you to build your brand, to get the word out about what it is that you do, what it is that you know, and how it is that you can actually help the people that are listening to you on your audio podcast. Now, even though you're watching me now via video, this is actually going to be an audio podcast as well. So I want to show you the podcasting site and platform that I use and really dig in and show you how amazing this platform is. Now, I've used so many different types of platforms to do audio podcasting on. Many of you know all of the free ones that are out there, but a lot of times there's just a couple of things that are missing. Now, I don't believe that one podcast platform, even the one that I use, has everything. But the truth of the fact is I haven't even used everything in this particular podcasting platform. But there are some features in it that I actually love. So in order to dispense with the suspense, the podcasting platform that I use is actually called Captivate. Captivate is a platform, and you can literally just see about it right here. It's a platform, podcast hosting, to manage and monetize your podcast. Now, a lot of different podcasting hosts claim to do this, but there is such an ingenious way, the whole way that Captivate is set up, that really just makes this rather seamless. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account now. Now, I started my Captivate journey literally about just over 30 days ago with the launch of the Earl Hall Show. So it's allowing me to see, as soon as I log in, what my numbers look like. Now, there's a plan and there's a strategy behind what it is that I'm doing. I literally just started talking about the platform that people can go to listen to my audio podcast only a week ago. Literally, it's been 1 week since I started talking about this. I allowed myself to get 3 episodes in, and then start telling people about it. And this was just literally 7 days ago from today, the recording time of this video. And so you can see the stats that are here. Now, this is your dashboard that really shows you all your stats. It shows you the stat of each podcast that you're doing. So you can see I did, an interview over here with Manswell on June 2nd. I did another interview with Dr. Taz on June 9th, another one with the voice actor Ruth Haskins on June 16th. And it shows you the release dates, right? So you get to see all of that. But I want to show you some of the things and the functionality of this that makes it so amazing. Now, I'm going to show you what it is that I use. Now, obviously, if I go down to Insights and go to Analytics, it shows me all these analytics that I'm able to view, that you're going to be able to view when you use Captivate. Now, Captivate is not free, and I'll get into that, and they have some different plans available, and actually I'll have a link in the description so that you can go ahead and get your own Captivate account if you're really serious about doing podcasting. If you're not serious, I would just suggest, hey, get one of the free accounts somewhere. Later on, when you get into your analytics and stats of things of that nature, you can really start getting into Captivate. So this is my summary. We can go to listening behavior, and I can see my daily trends. I can see how people are listening. Are they listening on Chrome? Are they listening on an iPhone desktop? And it shows me all of these analytics, which then in turn can kind of enhance how it is that you would want to promote your podcast by looking at these analytics as well as where it's listened to. Right now, the only country, United States. I'm loving it, right? I look at my stats at least twice a week so that I can start seeing the trends that are coming along. We can do a performance comparison, which would be episode to episode, and it gives me an episode overview to show me what's going on with that. Now, if I look at, let's go down to link analysis. There's really nothing here I want to talk about on this one, and that's okay. They have this research and planning space here, episode planning, where I can actually go in and start typing out episode ideas. I'm literally going to start using this on my next broadcast because I want to start corrugating all of my information in one spot. So I'm not trying to open up a Word doc over here or a Google doc over there or some sort of spreadsheet somewhere else. I want to start adding my ideas in here. And if we just go to add in the ideas, pretty simple. The idea title, who the guest is going to be. If they've booked, I can go ahead and select that different information. I can add different research links, like different links from the internet that I might want to add into that as well. I think this is an amazing feature. Then it also has a tab over here for research links where I can add all of that information right in here and then pull that into my episode planning that I'm going to do as well. Now, we've got a bulk ad editor. I'll get back to the ad editors later. But now let's look at the monetization. I can ask for tips, right? And you want to be able to connect. Your Stripe account is what they allow you to connect. Stripe is a way for you to collect money, basically, or send invoices or things like that. I do have my Stripe account connected, but it is not all in there set up yet, I should say. So then they also have the ability under monetization over here to have memberships where you can actually have special broadcast that people may want to pay you to be a part of, whether it's a special training or something like that. So different ways to monetize. And even under settings, under monetizations, we've got the membership settings, public settings that you can set up and even attach YouTube videos. There's all these things you can do through Captivate to start monetizing as well. Now, I love the promotion tab, right? Under the promotion tabs, I've got my marketing links. These are all the places that you can hear my podcast right now. Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora, and you can add as many as you want. You can put your podcast on as many links as you want to put them on. All right. Many podcast platforms that you want to put them on. We've got call to action tabs where you can put links that will be available inside of your descriptions for each of your podcasts as well. Call to action links. I'm going to start using this. This is pretty cool. Obviously, I haven't used it yet, but I wanted to show you. All right, now let's take a look at, you can look at the integrations if you've got different CRMs like Aweber, even Descript. I'm actually going to integrate because I do use Descript a lot. And that'll probably be a video that I make at some point down the road. We've got a sponsor kit to be able to send to sponsors or potential sponsors about what it is that you have the ability to do and what you can do for them. And then on the distribute tab, we've got all the players that you can the podcast players that you can add in basically with one click. And you can see my podcast has been approved by all of these. I just have not put all of them in, and I'll show you that in just a moment. This booking section, I will start using. So the guest, you can add your first guest, which I haven't added yet. I'll click on the tab. I can have their image, their first name, email address. I can have their bio, Facebook links. All of these things can go into your description so you don't have to type it out. This is, I'm telling you, I'm going to be using this. Just making this video is getting me excited. We've got the bookings tab, right? Add your first booking. Now, what I want to do is also find out, and you can see here, you can have the interview date, all of their information, as well as their interview link is optional, where the meeting will take place. A lot of times I do meetings using StreamYard, or I use Ecamm Live, and so I can put that link in there and be able to send that information out. I get all of their social media links. All of this is just crazy that you're able to do this all in one platform. My availability. All right. So this is where basically select which days along with a start and finish time you want to make yourself available. This is so that you can send out a calendar link to your potential guests as well. I'll be using this. Right now, I'm using Calendly to do this, but knowing that Captivate has this in here, I'll be using this as well. And these would be my booking settings. And this is the link that I would send people to book. I'm learning something myself here, even just doing this video. But Captivate allows you to do all of these things in one place. Now, we've got the podcast player, which this is the player that I use. You can customize this, embed this on different websites, and also this would be able to show on your podcast site, which actually Captivate gives you as well to be able to use. You can change your colors. You can say what you want to display on the player. Wow. RSS feed, you can show which links are available as well on your, as far as your different podcast places that you can listen to as well. And what I love, Captivate, I'm going to click here, gives you a site. And so this is how you set up your site. They've got different templates that you can use with different colorings. And you can check this out. And what I want to do in a minute, I'm going to show you my Captivate site, so you'll be able to see that as well. So let's see, we're going down through all this. If you have WordPress, podcasting with Captivate and WordPress, it shows you how to install Captivate Sync from the WordPress plugin. So if you're a WordPress user, you'll be able to do that. You can have a team set up here, add a team member so that they can come in and control some of the functionality or check on guests, all these different things that you can do with that. You can also set up a custom domain name. I didn't bother to set up a custom domain name because I do have a website, and earlhallstudio.com, and I just have this website here pointed to www.theearlhallshow.com. Now, I could enable a custom domain and do that. I haven't done it yet. It may be something that I do, and something that you may want to consider doing as well. Even your podcast settings. Obviously, you've got your cover art here, what it is about, the podcast summary, what your show is about, and then also setting up the directory as far as what your show is about, so it shows up this way on all the different podcasting sites as well. So this is a lot of functionality that can be done with within Captivate. And as I said before, I'm going to take you to my podcasting website right now, and you can literally see that, the podcasting site. It's right here. And this is how I have it set up. I have my banner set up. Obviously, it's got my little podcast logo right there. All of the episodes, you're able to share, follow. You can see the links that would be in there if I had any, but I don't. You can see the show notes that are here in each show. The play, and you can customize these players, right? And then also it shows over here everywhere that you can listen for free, right there. Every place that I have it: Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, the whole nine. And again, you can add as many as you want. But this is what your podcasting site could look like. And so when you're trying to figure out where it is that you want to podcast, as far as who you want to be your host, it is going to take some thought. It's going to take some planning in order for you to be able to really figure out where it is that you want to go. The reason I wanted to talk about Captivate on today in this broadcast is because I know a lot of people are interested in audio podcasting. I'm becoming more and more interested in it the deeper I dive and the more information that I'm looking to get in regards to analytics and numbers and things of that nature. And if you're any sort of business owner, you know that you need to be a content creator. And in order to be a content creator, you have to understand the places that you're putting your content and understand the analytics that go behind it so that you know how to plan ahead. And you can see trends and you can see things that are happening that you won't see if you just don't look at your analytics. You're not going to know much of anything. I want to thank you for watching me today. Their link is in the description for Captivate if you want to check that out, as well as other links available there as well. I hope this has made a ton of sense to you. And look, I'm going to see you on the next broadcast. Hey, if you're watching this, there may be an interview coming up next if you're watching the whole thing. I should tell you that too. When I broadcast the Earl Hall Show, I make one long video. It's like, this is what I would call my teaching portion. And then after that, I have an interview portion. So it's one long show, usually about 30 minutes. And then what I do with that long show is, or actually, like I'm recording this right now, it's all on its own. There's nothing there. So I put this part at the beginning, put some other information, and then I put the interview. But this portion is all by itself, and my interview is all by itself. So depending on how or where you're watching or listening to this right now, you can continue on, and you're either going to hear a great interview from a great entrepreneur, or you're going to get some great information about some next steps that you can take. Make sure that you're following this broadcast, this podcast, wherever it is that you're watching or listening to it right now. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Are you going to start podcasting? If so, when? And are you going to use Captivate, or what are you going to use? And let's have a conversation. I'll see you soon.